Hello, everybody.
This harassment suit by Allen County.
This box will go away in a few.
Yeah. 23rd was yesterday, right?
What was up?
23rd.
Yeah.
Yesterday. So I was arrested on Friday for this and detained in Van Buren County, and the warrant wasn't issued until yesterday. How the fuck is that possible?
Talk to your attorney about it?
Oh yeah, because we're just so far along in this process right here. That seems like an harassment suit if you ask me. What was Friday? The 19th, 18th?
18.
18th? Yeah. Call the old lady.
All right, in jail there, your name, please.
Timothy Boylan.
Boylan, this is a felony file, 251388FY. I'm going to read it to you.
Silverstein appearing on behalf of Mr. Boylan for the limited purpose of arraignment. We reviewed the charge and waive a formal reading. He qualifies for a court-appointed attorney, and we ask the matter be set for probable cause and preliminary examination.
All right. So
I actually would request a formal reading, Your Honor, if you don't mind, because I was arrested on the 18th and this warrant wasn't issued till the 23rd. I would request a formal reading by you, sir, to clarify a few issues, if you don't mind, please.
Okay. This says on about March 27th of this year, here at the city of Allegan, you did abscond or forfeit on a bond in a criminal proceeding where a felony is charged. That absconding is a 4-year felony, but you are a habitual offender fourth because you have at least 3 priors. Do you want me to go through those, or you understand you have priors?
I understand what those are, sir. I was just trying to clarify where.
You actually have 2 of these. You're going to catch it. You're going to be arraigned tomorrow on another one because one was APD, the other one was Allegan County Sheriff's, but they're both absconding for 2 different cases.
I'm sorry, I didn't follow that part.
Do you wish to address bond?
Your Honor,
Yes,
he's
sir.
unable to afford bond as it's written and has a way to get to and from court if he's released.
Like I said, sir, you're going to have 2 of these at least, so it really doesn't make a lot of sense to reduce bond. You'd have to post on both of them. They're both going to be $50,000 cash sureties. You already have next court dates. You have a probable cause conference. It's set for May 1st, and a preliminary hearing is already set for May 6th. That's in courtroom B in front of Judge Belargin. You will get copies of those dates and times. You must show up for those dates and times.
You said I'm gonna have at least one more of these coming?
Yes. Likely you'll be here tomorrow at 1:30 to be arraigned again. It's also a charge of absconding, but this one is from the county sheriff's as opposed to this one, which is Allegan Police Department. But you're all set for today.
You know what the difference is?
Just which case the department. All right, in jail there, your name, please.
Timothy Boylan.
Mr. Boylan, this is a felony matter, a different felony than yesterday. 251399FY. I'm going to read it to you.
That's fine, Your Honor. I already read it.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sorry, Carrie Dibble appearing on behalf of Mr. Boylan for limited purposes of arraignment. We did review the felony complaint and would waive a formal reading of that. Ask the court to enter a not guilty plea on his behalf and have the set for probable cause conference and a preliminary examination. I did screen Mr. Boylan for court-appointed counsel, given that he was approved yesterday. I did approve him today for court-appointed counsel. That form has been submitted to the court. I know he has a high bond on his other case. We would ask the court to set a reasonable bond on this case moving forward.
So, Mr. Boylan, you will have the appellate defender representing you on this case as well as the other case all the way till they're done. Your bond here is set in the amount of $50,000 as a cash surety. So you would have to post bond on both of those cases, but you already have next court dates. I'm assuming these are probably the same court dates, but you would know better than I would if you could remember yesterday. You have probable cause conference on May 8th and preliminary hearing on May 13th. So that might actually be 1 week later than your case that was up yesterday. But your defense attorney will know that you have 2 cases pending, so they can talk about, bond at the same time. This
Okay.
case is in front of Judge Belargin. You will get copies of those dates and times. You must show up for those dates and times. If you're still incarcerated, corrections will make you available. But you are all set for today.
Go back to my show.
Good afternoon, your name?
Donald Rose. I'm already PR bonded on this, so I just like to keep my PR bond.
All right, Mr. Rose, this is a misdemeanor file 251212 SM. I'm going to go ahead and read this to you.
Silverstein appearing on behalf of Mr. Rose for the limited purpose of arraignment. It's my understanding he's requesting a formal reading and will represent himself.
Okay, sir, you want me to read this charge?
No,
This says that, what's that?
you don't have to.
All right. You're going to be representing yourself or hiring your own attorney, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Are you on probation?
No, I am not.
You do have a $500 PR bond, so you're saying you wish for that to stay in place? It will
Yes,
stay
sir.
in place. Probably not a
But if
good
you
idea
could
to
help
go
me-
back to that location.
Oh, yeah. I'm trespassed from there. I'm not ever going back there, but I have an R&O. They charged me with an R&O because I wrestled with them coming
Okay,
into
sir,
jail
I don't know what you're
yesterday.
talking about. That is not up in front of me right now, and I am not seeing an R&O on your sheet, so it might be a new case.
Okay,
but
so
it
that'll
is
be
not.
tomorrow or something?
Doesn't exist yet.
So I should be
You're gonna
getting let out of the jail then?
What's that?
I should be getting let out of the jail then if that doesn't exist yet.
It's not, I can't predict that you have a future case or a hypothetical case here. All I can do is I tell you what's right in front of me. The only thing right in front of me is a misdemeanor that you have a PR bond on. You
All
will
right,
get a next court date in courtroom A in front of Judge Scotchless. They should hand you that before you leave jail.
Just asking you. to comply.
all right.
Well,
You're all set.
Yes, sir. Thank you for asking me politely.
Thank you. Sorry.
Civility goes a long way. You can't expect a criminal to be civil, no matter if you're not.
Hello,
gonna
Your
be
Honor.
civil yourself, you know what I'm saying?
Good afternoon, your name?
Donald Rose.
Mr. Rose, yesterday when we gave you PR bonds, I did not know that you just have a felony case the next day, but here it is, 251400FY. I'm gonna read this to you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Carrie Dibble
I had a
appearing
P-
on behalf of
I had
Mr.
a
Rose
PR
for the
bond
limited
immediately
purpose.
when I came in. It was an immediate PR bond. You didn't
Hold
give
on.
it to me.
Hold on, Mr. Rose. For the limited purposes of arraignment, we did review the felony complaint and its charges along with the maximum penalties. We would waive formal reading of that, ask the court to enter not guilty plea on his behalf, set this for probable cause conference and a preliminary examination. I did screen Mr. Rose for court-appointed counsel. He did qualify and that form has been submitted to the court. I would ask the court to consider a personal recognizance bond on this case.
I gotta get to
this
work,
case-
Mr. Norbeck, please.
Yeah, sir, you're not getting a PR bond. Not only is
Oh,
this
fuck you
case
then.
a habitual offender fourth, but you know you're gonna get cases as soon as those labs come back. You have $5,000 cash or surety.
Suck my dick.
No drugs,
bitch.
no alcohol, no marijuana.
Suck my dick, bitch.
I already got next court dates, May 8th for probable cause conference, May 14th for preliminary hearing. That's all courtroom A in front of Judge Scotchless. You will get copies of those dates and times. You must show up for those dates and times. If you're still incarcerated, corrections will make you available. But you are all set, sir.
Alejandro.
Good afternoon, your name?
Anthony Miller.
Miller, this is a felony file 251383FY. I'm gonna read it to you.
Silverstein appearing on behalf of Mr. Miller for the limited purpose of arraignment. We reviewed the charge and waive a formal reading. He qualifies for a court-appointed attorney, and we ask the matter be set for probable cause and preliminary examination.
So, sir, you will have the public defender in this matter for the duration of this case. Your bond on this case was set in the amount of $2,000 as cash or surety. You wish to argue bond?
Yes, Your Honor. It's my understanding Mr. Miller cannot afford bond as it's written and has a way to get to and from court if released.
Yep, I mean, sir, this is a low bond for you. It actually should be higher. You have 2 pages of sheets, including cases that are pending and or you're probably on probation.
I shouldn't
for.
even have this charge, sir.
All right, but
I never
you
once
already
broke
have
the
next
instant.
court dates.
Oh,
You have probable cause on May 1st and a preliminary hearing set May 6th. That's all in courtroom B in front of Judge Belargin. You will get copies of those dates and times. You must show up for those dates and times. If you're still incarcerated, corrections will make you available.
Hey, Rose, you're up.
Good afternoon, your name?
Alejandro Tolentino.
Mr. Tolentino, this is a felony file 251367FY. I'm going to read it to you.
Maria Silverstein appearing on behalf of Mr. Tolentino for the limited purpose of arraignment. We reviewed the charge and waive a formal reading. He qualifies for a court-appointed attorney, and we ask the matter be set for probable cause and preliminary examination.
Okay. And so, sir, you will have the public defender as your attorney for the remainder of this case. This bond is set in the amount of $1,000 as cash or surety. Do you wish to argue bond?
Yes, Your Honor. It's my understanding Mr. Tolentino is employed. He's had a job for the past 2 weeks at Technicoat. He has a way to get to and from court if released. He does not live with the complaining witness in this matter and does not work with her. He'll be able to abide by no contact conditions. At this time, we're asking for a PR bond.
Very close, sir. I will change this to a PR bond, but that's because you understand this is a protective condition of bond, meaning you cannot have any contact, direct or indirect, with Ms. Flores. You cannot go where she lives or where she works. You cannot consume alcohol or any other controlled substances. You cannot possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. You cannot leave the state of Michigan without permission from the court. You understand and agree to those rules?
Sir.
All right. You already have next court dates. May 1st is a probable cause conference. And you have a preliminary hearing already set, scheduled for May 6th. That's courtroom B in front of Judge Belargin. You will get copies of those dates and times. You must show up for those dates and times, but you are all set today.
Thank you, sir.
Shut BIS down.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Hello, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. Your name?
Alejandro Tolentino.
Mr. Tolentino also forgot to tell us that he picked up a new felony case when we let him out on PR bond yesterday. This is a different case than yesterday. It's now a felony. File 251402FY. I'm going to read it to you so make sure you understand.
Thank
the
you, Your
charges.
Honor. Carrie Dibble appearing on behalf of Mr. Tolentino for the limited purposes of arraignment. We did review the felony complaint together along with his maximum penalties and would waive formal reading of the complaint. Ask the court to enter a not guilty plea on his behalf and set this for probable cause conference and preliminary examination. He did qualify for court-appointed counsel yesterday, and so I qualified him today for this case as well, and that form has been sent to the court. I understand that the nuances of the fact that he received a PR bond yesterday and had this case also pending. I would ask the, yes, Your Honor, I would ask the court to consider a PR bond on this case or a low bond, unless that we can modify relatively quickly his bond from yesterday so that he can at least accrue time on both charges.
Well, that I think we can do. So I had a set bond here in the amount of $5,000 cash or surety. It is a protective condition of bond, meaning all the same things we went over yesterday. You cannot have contact with Victoria. You can't go where she lives or where she works. But if you're not expecting to make bond on this case and you think you're going to be sitting in jail for a while, what we will do is pull your case from yesterday and we'll change that from a PR bond to a low cash surety. So at least you'll be getting time served on that case as well, as long as you're sitting around. You understand why we do that? It actually means more bonds you'd have to make to get out, but at least you're getting credit for all your cases while you're sitting in jail. Does that make sense?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You already have next court dates. May 8th is a probable cause conference. May 13th, the preliminary hearing. That's in courtroom B in front of Judge Belargin. You will get copies of those dates and times. You must show up for those dates and times. If you're still incarcerated, corrections will make you available. And just so we're all listening, I think yesterday was a misdemeanor file, so we'll change that to $500 cash surety instead of $500 PR, but then you'll be getting time served on both cases. But you'd have to make $5,500 worth of cash surety bonds to get out. All right.
So I won't be getting,
You're
so I won't be
all
getting
set.
a PR bond.
What's that?
I won't be getting a PR bond. I won't be getting a PR bond then?
No,
Okay.
this is a felony file, so you wouldn't get a PR bond. And then we'll set this aside. I want to make sure we pull that and change the bond on his case from yesterday. Okay. But we'll have to look it up when you're all set. All right, you're all set, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, your name?
Ross Cameron.
One more time? Oh,
Cameron.
yeah, I just don't have a sheet on this. This is a misdemeanor file, 242908ST. I'm going to go ahead and read this to you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Carrie Dibble appearing on behalf of Mr. Cameron for the limited purposes of arraignment. I did review both tickets with Mr. Cameron. We would waive formal reading of those. Ask the court to enter not guilty pleas on his behalf to these charges. Set them for a pretrial conference. Insofar as court-appointed counsel, because these charges are not likely to result in jail, Mr. Cameron was denied counsel. I don't think I had an opportunity yet to send this form over to the court, so I will do that as soon as we are done here today, and ask the court to consider personal recognizance bonds on these charges.
Okay. And so, sir, these are misdemeanors. You would likely always get a PR bond on this. I think the only reason they were set at cash surety is maybe because of a failure to appear. I'm willing to reset these as PR bonds. My question to you is, are you out on bond or not for the DV?
No, Your Honor.
You're not out on
Am I on
bond, or
bond?
you are out on bond?
Am I out on bond? I don't understand.
Picked up a domestic violence yesterday on the 24th.
Right, but I wasn't even told about it until just today.
Okay.
When
I
they,
just
when they
mean,
picked me up,
if you were going to be sitting in jail anyway, you may not want PRs on this, but if you don't even have a bond on that, I'll grant these both as PRs, so you're not in jail on these traffic matters. It is no driving without a valid driver's license, but if you don't have any other bonds holding you, then you should get released from jail. You will get next court dates in courtroom A in front of Judge Scotchless on these traffic matters, but you're all set for today.
thank you.
We're gonna have the case number here, but we want to change it in the ROA. Oh, actually, case number's not even on his sheet because it's not in there. All right, sir, your name, please.
Walker Woods.
Mr. Woods, this is a misdemeanor file 251405ST. I'm going to go ahead and read this to you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Carrie Dibble appearing on behalf of Mr. Woods for the limited purposes of arraignment. I did review the ticket with him, advise him of the charge and its maximum penalty. We'd waive formal reading of that, ask the court to enter a not guilty plea on his behalf, and set this for a pretrial conference. He does not qualify for court-appointed counsel since this is a charge not likely to result in jail time, and we would ask the court for a personal recognizance bond.
Okay, I would set this as $300 cash surety just based upon the frequency of priors. I don't know if that changes your equation of whether or not the PD would be representing you. But it would be a $300 cash surety, sir. You would have to post bond on this, and it's no driving without a valid driver's license. But you will get a next court date in courtroom A in front of Judge Scotchless. Ms. Dibble, I can just mark the box on the sheet if that's going to change the equation for your office.
Yeah, Mr. Woods, are you likely to make bond on this case, or you think that you will not be able to make bond?
I'll be sitting here.
Okay, yes, please, magistrate, if you could do that, our office will represent him.
So, sir, you will have the public defender representing you on this matter for however long it takes. It's a $300 cash or surety bond. Your next court date will be in courtroom A in front of Judge Scotchless, but we are all set for today.
Thank you.
Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.